blood vessels there, so give it a good nosy around. Here. So this is all that's all, everything I removed from that patient's ears. You've got a pencil there to give perspective. You can just see how large these lumps were, especially in the narrow ear. Well, I hope now I'm using a 3.5mm speculum. This is the smallest speculum that we have, and it's designed just for ears like this. Now this patient's got a very narrow and extremely bendy ear canal, and they've got a very prominent second bend. It almost veers off. Well, I wouldn't say quite 90 degrees, but definitely in excess of 45 degrees. And as you can see here, I'm just using the speculum to dilate and straighten the ear canal. I'm now just inserting a St. Bart's earbuck through the core in the middle, and I was hoping it would extract the whole plug in one single mass, but it didn't. Nonetheless, it did chisel out some of the more lateral wax, and you can see here, just removing it from the ear canal. So it's a sizable chunk there. Now if you wait till the end of the video, or if you've seen the thumbnail, you'll see just how blocked this patient's ear was. So again, we're just visualising around the ear canal. Just decided to go back in the hook, and you can see how just the clarity we have with the ear hook in situ. Again, just removing the speculum veins that were at the base of the ear canal, and I'm just working at the posterior bit. You can see all that keratin that's attached to itself. So I'm just trying to loosen and mobilise this wax plug, and this is more northwest where I was then a moment ago, so called the posterior superior canal wall, and we're back in the core and more to the right hand side now, just putting through some dead keratin. So the more and more I'm using the WAXscope and becoming more familiar with it, as you're probably aware, I generally use the Clear Wax WAXscope that we developed back in 2015. And not for one moment am I comparing the WAXscope to the iClearScope endoscope. It's just a different beast, if you like. For me, there's nothing that can compete against the optics provided by the endoscope. It's just a wide field of view. It really does help not only to visualise the ear in general, but also helps guide me to manipulate the earwax out of the ear. However, not everyone is able to use the Clear Wax WAXscope, well, an endoscope in general. It requires just a bit more of a skill level in terms of bilateral integration, and so it requires the specialist to be able to coordinate the left hand, or should I say non-dominant hand, because the non-dominant hand is the hand that's using the endoscope. And with an endoscope there's no speculum, so you're using the endoscope tip, the distal end should I say, to stretch the ear, open the ear, and widen the ear canal. So not only are you creating space at the entrance for you to insert the instrument, which is held at the same time using your dominant hand, but you're also using the endoscope hand to visualise the wax. You're bringing it left, right, up, down, forward and backwards. So some people just find that difficult, quite understandably. And as audiologists, we're all familiar using the speculum. It's what we're trained in. So this is, I'll call the WAXscope more of a handheld 2D ENT microscope, if you like, or there is such a thing called an operating otoscope, so we'll put it more in that category. But the reason for the WAXscope, it was the next best alternative to an endoscope. So if you're not able to use an endoscope and with an ENT microscope, that again does require a high level of training. You need to develop that binocular vision, that stereoscopic vision, looking binoculars really and focusing on the wax. Also with an ENT microscope, they're very, very expensive and they're not portable, so the WAXscope is handheld, so much more cost effective. So for me, the WAXscope is the next best thing to an endoscope, and hopefully if you are an ear care specialist and you're watching the videos, you'll be able to see that the optics the WAXscope can give. So clear the right ear, you can just get a perspective here how bendy it is, so I'm having to insert the speculum and then angle, really rotate the speculum tip to visualise the eardrum. I'm just going to get the focus. You can see it's nice and healthy. You can see the blood vessels there. So I'm really happy with that. Patient here really, really well. But hopefully that last aspect, when I was straightening the speculum, gave you an idea of how bendy this is. So this is the patient's left ear. I actually commenced with this. This is the worst ear, and we're just having a good view there first. Once more, just stretching open the ear canal. We're dilating it, just going in with the suction probe. So even with 3.5mm speculum, you can see we've got a good view. Of course, with any instrument that you're using a speculum with, it's going to be a narrow view. So, like the endoscope. Again, we just got that focus. And you may see with the speculum, we've got a slit on the roof. And that slit is used to, so if many surgeons, ear surgeons, use the tumarkin speculum. So the tumarkin speculum has a slit on the roof of the speculum, and that enables extra space for the surgeon to insert the instrument that they're using into the ear. And I've decided to accommodate that and adopt that into the WAXscope. And what that enables us to do is not only provide better optics, because the instrument is not being inserted in direct line of sight of the lens, the camera lens or the WAXscope lens. If it was, you're seeing all the back part of the instrument, which then blurs the view. So because we're coming from a higher angle, you can see the endoscope, the instrument, is coming from top to bottom. So you're only viewing the tip of the instrument, which provides it, so it doesn't blur the view. But also that slit provides a lot more manoeuvrability. So we're able to wriggle this wax a lot more than we normally would with the 3.5mm speculum. And it allows us to go further in the ear if need be. So we've got three larger sizes. We've got the 4.25mm, probably be the normal size for most people. Then you've got the 5mm. Now, originally when I was doing the research, 5mm was deemed to be the most used speculum, but personally I feel the 4.25 is more adequate. I even think the 3.5mm, regardless of the size of the ear, is actually pretty good. But so the 4.25 is probably been the normal size speculum, I would say, for most people. And then you've got the 5mm for the larger ears. And then we've got a 5.75, which is mainly for mastoid cavities. So you've got good selection there. You've got 3.5 for small ears, you've got the 4.25 for your kind of normal ears, and then you've got the 5 for your large ears, and then you've got the 5.75 for your extra large, your mastoid cavities as mentioned. You can see we're just manipulating this wax plug. It's quite dry, it's quite a rough exterior as well, so we're having to navigate around the bends. So we removed the more lateral wax. Now this wax here is much deeper. It's beyond the second bend, so we're on the latter half, if you like. You can probably just see the second bend there, just to the left, just coming in view of the speculum, the white cartilage there. So you'll have again, you'll be able to see just how bendy this ear canal is, how much it veers off to the left. So this is the patient's left ear. Now, in hindsight, when I was watching this back during the procedure as well, this is probably where I find the endoscope slightly more advantageous. I was working a lot at the bottom of the ear canal here, or the mid part, but at the roof there's a bit of dry wax there, and a bit later on you'll see that I went for that, and it could have just been that it worked this plug out and it was just pure coincidence, but eventually I went to the roof and there's a bit of wax there and dry skin that I managed to peel down, and it kind of helped me to remove the whole plug in one go. You can see just how compacted this is. It's really sticky stuff. Really adhered. We've got a beautiful view there. I hope the uploads are going on well. I've been watching some of the uploads back on social media and also on LinkedIn. And for some reason I'm not sure if it's just happened in the last week or so. And it could be that the memory of my phone is dwindling by the day. So whether that affects the upload, the quality. I did notice with YouTube you do have to make sure you set the quality yourself, so when you're watching a video there's a little, if you click on the main screen you'll have an icon key top right and you can adjust the quality. Something happened in the last week or so, so I think it's something to do on my end, but hopefully you're seeing this really clear like I am. So I've just put some oil in. I'm just trying to tease this wax off the roof, and now we're on the front part of the ear canal. You can just about see that second bend there, the cartilage. You see there's a few hairs there, and I did ask the patient whether they use a cotton bud, and they said they didn't. It's got that feel that it's been pushed in. So you can see there I actually visualised it, but I decided to concentrate more on the main plug. Okay, I've just got to stretch this area open using the speculum, getting a good suction grip here. So I'm just trying to tease this through past the second bend. The second bend is where the bony part of the ear canal and the cartilaginous portion of the ear canal meet, and it's a natural narrowing of that part of the ear. And obviously there's a bend that occurs after the second bend, hence the name. So not only are we dealing with a twisty ear here, but we're also having to bring it to the narrow. And you can see that I'm using the speculum to really stretch and straighten this ear canal. So I went to the back part of the ear with the speculum, and I rotated the speculum whilst it's in the ear. So this is just stretching and straightening the ear a bit more. And that's enabling me to work a bit more on the anterior canal wall. Now, of course, we could have asked the patient to use some drops and go away. There's nothing wrong in that, so I know a lot of specialists would probably just ask the patient to go away, use some more drops, come back, that's not a problem. Or indeed ask the patient to use drops prior to attending. And I'll just soften a little bit more for the specialist to remove. So I'm just teasing this out, bottom. Let me just tuck this wax in past that second bend, and the same on the posterior canal wall. Bringing this down, you see we've got skin adhesions there. So, not sure if I'm going to go to the roof, you see, nice, I'll just come back in the claw. Half decent suction grip here. I'm just trying to trim them away at the same time. I don't want to move the sucker too quick, because if I move it too quickly, I will lose that suction grip. So you almost have to kiss the surface of the suction grip. Now I'm going to the roof. There's a bit of keratin there, just at the top, and that, once I moved the keratin, the brain water down, it came out in a large plug. And now, really it's actually cooling away. Still some more wax there. You can just see the eardrum in the distance, at least the superior parts. I'm just getting the WAXscope in focus. That's what's great. So I was using the ENT microscope that I got the other day, just brushing up on my skills with the microscope. I noticed, because I'm not using it regularly, getting the focus and adjusting the position, continue to be able to do that. And with the WAXscope, there's an app, and as you're in the ear, you can just use your finger and the slider. And typically, the more closer you are to the entrance, you have the focus on the lower point, and the further away you go, you just increase the focus. So actually, the focus bar itself gives you an idea of how far you're going into the ear. So again, I just stretch this ear open. There's the handle of malleus, the hammer bone. See the blood vessels there, just giving it a good nosy around. Just going to look at the front part of the ear. So, and this is all that's everything I removed from that patient's ears. If you've got a pencil there, so from this perspective, you can just see how large those lumps were, especially in a narrow ear.